What's up, everybody? Dan the Trading Man here, and today we are doing an update on Titanvest. So, 6 to 7 months ago, back in November of 2020, I did a video covering Titanvest, what my returns were, what they are, their funds, etc. If you haven't seen that first video, I go back and watch that first video. I'll put the link in the description below so you can check that out, and then you can come back here and watch this one. If you're coming back for the second time, I appreciate you, and please subscribe and promote the channel if you can. So, what is Titanvest? In case you didn't see the first video, Titanvest is a registered investment advisor that actively manages your positions in any of their funds based on your risk tolerance and other investing preferences. So they have three funds that they manage. There's the flagship, which is their large cap stocks, kind of like the S&P 500. They have opportunities, which are the small cap stocks like the Russell 2000, and then there is also the Offshore, which was just launched a couple months ago, I believe, and so we'll dive into them as well pretty soon. So I first want to cover how my account has done since the end of November when I made that video. So if we look to my right here, I have the YouTube description up where I mention my returns. To the left of that, we have an image of the Titan update. This was taken today, about $21,700 invested, 17% returns, $3,100 in profit. Notice how it says all time as well. This picture here is from the video that I did back in November, and it's only a 1 month, not an all time. So the returns for that 1 month were 21%, about 22% if you round up, and then $2,100 in profit. You can see it's 11,846. I had started with 10 grand, and so my profits were about 1,846 or 1,847 at that time overall. So my return since I joined, this was back during that video with this image all the way to my left here. My returns overall were 18.47%, and it was $1,847. Flagship had returned 7.5%, and opportunities had returned about 22%. So comparing those numbers to what I have right now, we can see that my capital is greater. And that's because I started depositing monthly toward Titanvest to have more money invested. And also back in March, we had some pullbacks, and so I thought it was an opportunity to invest more in the market. Because as you know, I'm also a trader. I trade futures. I also manage my own investments as well. And so I was putting a lot of money into the market back in March when you have a larger pullback. So that's basically why the capital was a lot greater than what it was then. It's not all because of the profit. So going back to this real quick, the returns were 18.47% overall. Right now they're only 17%, so the returns are actually lower, but again, it's probably because I had deposited more money, and so that's going to affect my overall returns percentage-wise. When it comes to the dollar value, we were $1,847 back in the end of November. Now it's about $3,150, so that has increased pretty well. And flagship was 7.5%. And now it's about 13%. It's almost doubled what it had done back in November. And then opportunities is now about 25%, and it was about 22% back in November. So not much has happened then. And I would say that's mostly because of the fact that there was this rotation from tech stocks into growth stocks. And so we saw that kind of take place. A lot of the stocks and opportunities are tech. And so we saw them kind of take some big hits, but of course, we're going to reinvest in them when they have those pullbacks, and now they're starting to look good again, and so we'll see how that goes. We'll move into the offshore then. So with offshore, this strategy is primarily international. So we're looking at stocks that are not in the United States, from China to Latin America and beyond, as they say. There's 15 to 25 stocks in this fund. It's international only, and the average market cap is about $157 billion. So far, they have a negative return. As you can see, I'm down about 0.28%. I put $2,500 into offshore. I'm just putting money in there to have money in there, basically. They've done a great job with flagship and opportunities because I don't have to do anything. I don't pay any fees anymore because I've referred 4 people. So, I'm just in here for free, taking in passive income. And so offshore is just another opportunity for me to put some money into something, and that's what that is. I think it has great potential based on the fact that a lot of international stocks are still lagging in price, I think, based on what had happened over the pandemic. And so they still have some growth, I think, that they can hit. And there are some pretty good names in there as well. As far as the tickers go, SE, MELI, MELI, those are some pretty decent stocks that I've looked at in the past, and they are also in the offshore account. So that's good to see as well. And this also helps me because if I see stocks that they've invested in that I own as well, then if I would like to, I can just invest in Titanvest, and then I can start to cut down on the shares that I have of those stocks and look for new opportunities for myself. So that's one of the nice things to have when you're also an investor and a trader yourself when you have Titanvest. But overall, I'm very pleased with how Titanvest has done. Like I said, I don't do any work for this. All I do is just check in every now and then. And if the markets are pulling back, I deposit more money. I've started doing the monthly deposits now. That's been helpful as well. But overall, just really good, I think. And especially for, again, not having to do any work. I cannot say that enough. But that is pretty much all I got. So if you appreciate the video and the update, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next video.